And to my surprise, this man goes into my room, search through my things, pick my undies and sniffs them.
Sika Official posted a video on X about a lady who was ranting and giving complaints about how her landlord is treating her personally and other tenants in the house. That is a no-no. They all don't like how the landlord is treating them and the rules that the landlord has given to them for staying in the house. She gave a whole lot of reasons, a whole lot of complaints, but I just selected a few that I want to let you know of how she was complaining and all that. So one of the things she said was, when she rented the apartment or the house, the landlord gave her just 2 keys instead of 4. You see, a new lock comes with 4 keys, but the landlord gave her just 2 keys instead of 4. So when she asked the landlord the reason behind it, the landlord told her that, oh, it's because maybe if you lose your own, then it means I have the backup that I can give to you so that you can enter your house again. Yes, so that's the reason the landlord gave her.
Certain behaviors that are being normalized by Ghanaian landlords so I should actually stop, because I don't understand why I will come and rent a space and then instead of giving me 4 bunch of keys, you give me 2, and I question you on why you are giving me 2 keys out of the 4, and you are making it known to me that, oh, fear, and that is your rule. You give me 2 keys and then the other 2 you keep it in case my Ira key now, then you can use that to replace it. But the question is, I know that I'm a renty baby and then I'm moving out. Anything that I've damaged during my time, I'm supposed to replace it. It includes the lock. So why are you giving me 2 keys? This didn't sit well with me, okay? But I actually needed to move out of wherever I was urgently, so I decided to take the space.
Another reason that she gave, or another complaint that she's making, is that there are almost or more than 10 people living in the compound. Yes, but all of them or most of them are single, and it's just only 3 guys that are living in the compound. The rest are ladies. She is confused as to how there are so many ladies in the compound and a few guys, and why the landlord don't want them to befriend themselves, because a time came that one of the guys told her, I want to be friends with you, but the landlord says we shouldn't talk to you, we shouldn't be seen talking to any person in the house. And she somehow finds it weird that why should the landlord tell them we shouldn't befriend ourselves and all that. It's kind of weird.
And there was one funny rhythm about the space that we're like 17 tenants in the house and almost all of us are single, and I don't know why. All of us are single and it's like just 3 boys, and most of the time 3 boys nobody, and then one pamo will be or one pamo will be. It got to a point where one of the guys made a statement to me saying he wants to be my friend, but because of the landlord he cannot be my friend, because they were warned when they came that none of them can befriend any of the girls on the compound. It didn't sit right with me. However, me, I don't do friendship. Talk less of even talking to people in my house, which I think is a bad idea one way or the other.
One of the things that caught my attention personally, one of the things or one of the reasons I'm making this video is, one time she closed from work, she's entering her room. Then one of the tenants saw her and told her, oh, I've been seeing you here, but I don't know your name. I know you stay here, but I don't know your name. I've been seeing the landlord entering your room. I don't know whether he has permission or not, but I've been seeing him entering your room. So please be careful. So this lady also decided to put cameras in her room. So she didn't even know that the landlord enters her bedroom or anything, no. So she just placed it in her hall so that she will see what the landlord comes to her room or comes to her house to do.
This one time I came back from work and then I was going. Then one of the girls stopped me and she was like, oh, please, I don't know your name, but I've come to realize that the landlord has been entering your room when you are absent. And I'm like, entering my room? Said yes, it hasn't been the first, second, or third, so I should be vigilant. I said okay. So I put a camera, I saw the camera on top of my fridge. It looks like a cap. So I placed the camera there. There was just one time I was at work and then I got a notification that somebody has entered. So I checked the camera and it was the landlord. He went straight into, it's a hall and chamber, he went straight into my bedroom. I did not understand what he went to do there. So the second day, I decided to get an extra camera and put in my bedroom as well. I got a notification again, and then he entered the room, and to my surprise, this man goes into my room, searched through my things, pick my undies, and sniffs them. It wasn't a joke, and it wasn't funny. Funny of all that is, he is a pastor. So I was wondering why that behavior. He isn't married. He doesn't have kids. He stays alone as well. So, like, it wasn't sitting right with me until I decided to confront him. And then
She is saying the landlord came to her bedroom just to search her things, search into her bags, to sniff her undies. The landlord, who is a pastor, Sopho, I don't know, does it give you an anointing, or it helps you to see more prophecies regarding the person, because maybe your strength comes from, I don't, can someone send a video to the pastor? I want the pastor to come and comment so that we understand why he did that, or why he does that, whether it gives him an anointing, whether it gives him more power, whether it helps him to see the future of the person so that he can prophesy to the person. Because tell me why, even if you are not a man of God, let's say you are not a pastor, yes, but tell me why, first of all, your first offense, you shouldn't be entering your tenant's room without his or her permission, unless there is something serious happening that the tenant is not around, maybe fire outbreak, maybe water flowing, something serious that the tenant is not around, then maybe you can enter the room. So tell me why you enter the room without permission, go to the bedroom, search through your tenant things, sniff the undies. Tell me why.
that was when the lady also came up with some screenshots from the third lady, okay? And in the chat, the third lady, it was like, Onene, I have something to do. And the man has promised her free rent. Apparently, he sleeps with the girls and then told them he will give them free rent for the next year when they are in. So right now, he's like, the girl has gotten pregnant and is threatening the girl to abort it. Either than that, he's going to like cast her out and a lot of things. So the girl feel like she hasn't been treated properly, and her boyfriend too has found out and they've broken up. Adani Bebre issue. So the lady was like, this is another evidence from the other person.
The lady also said something that allegation, or is just, she's alleging that the landlord sleeps with most of the ladies there so that he will promise them free rent. So you see why he wants just ladies in the compound and not enough guys. So the lady with other ladies in the compound that they don't like what the landlord is doing, gathered some of the evidence including him entering their rooms, doing all sort of stuffs with their things that they don't like and all that, then eventually reported the case to the police so that the police can come for the man, and eventually the police came for the man, because as a landlord you can't just enter your tenant's room without their permission. You can't go and be sniffing around, say you be dog, or you be waiting, sorry for my language, but you be dog, you can't be doing that. So yes, this is why the lady was ranting on the media, her complaints. And Charlie, let's be vigilant out there. I don't know, we don't know. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know what he's using the things for, but let's be vigilant out there.